Many number of web applications are heavily dependent on a database. The fact is, the Laravel recognized with its support of very robust database management system or development system. In this lesson, we will start our exploration of that system by establishing a new connection to a database and create a new database. First, for Laravel to connect to a database, there has to be a database created already before letting Laravel to create tables for you. So I'm going to head over to my phpMyAdmin, and if you don't know what phpMyAdmin is, it's actually a simple, HTML user interface or PHP user interface working with your database. There are a lot of user interface letting you work with MySQL, such as SQL Pro, Navicat, phpMyAdmin. But phpMyAdmin is among the best one. You can use command line if you're comfortable with, but I'm going to use phpMyAdmin to create a new database. All we need to do is just create a new database. That's all we need to do. And letting Laravel handles the table creation. So let's hit database and let's create a new database and call it new app. And let's hit create. And that's all you need to do. And let's head over back to our application IDE. In order to connect to the database, there has to be a configuration file which sits on the config folder called database.php. If you open up the config folder, there is a file called database.php, and if you open up this file, as you see on the top, we have a return keyword and an opening array, a square bracket. So all you see in this file is actually an array with a different key and value, an array inside arrays. So all the things inside this file is array. The first thing you notice is actually Laravel uses PDO fetch style, and then in line 16 you can see that fetch PDO fetch class. This is how Laravel uses how fetches classes for using in PDO. If you scroll down, you're seeing that we have a default environment, DB connection, and MySQL. MySQL is a default sort of using database in Laravel. So if you want to change it, Laravel supports SQLite, PostgreSQL, and Microsoft SQL. And for database connection, you come down here, you're seeing a connection with a different key value pair inside array. The first one is SQLite. So because we're not using SQLite and we're using MySQL as a default database, the configuration for MySQL is actually the middle one. So we're not using PostgreSQL or SQL Server, which is Microsoft SQL Server. So we're using MySQL. The first thing you see, the driver. Driver is MySQL, that's fine. The second is host. Host is localhost, or you can set it, if you have any problem, you can set it to a localhost IP address, which is 127.0.0.1. So for me, I think localhost is fine as far as I remember. Localhost used to work for me, so that's fine. The second thing is database name. So database name is called Forge, which is Forge database. We don't have it. So you saw in the first of this video that we created a database called new app. So we have the username. You set your new username, whatever your username is, which is root, and the password, which is also root. And we're going to keep the rest of it default, which is UTF-8 and UTF-8 Unicode CI. So that's it. In the next video, I will show you how to create table with Laravel.